In this lesson, we will learn about the surface area of 3D objects. The two 3D objects we will use are the cube and the rectangular prism. Both these objects are prisms, because when you cut through them, the cross-sections are all identical to the top and bottom. We also get other 3D objects called pyramids. They are not prisms, because the cross-sections are not identical. A pyramid always has a 2D shape at the bottom, and the sides slope up to meet at a point. We call this point the apex of the pyramid, but we will learn more about pyramids in a later lesson. Please pause if you need more time here. Let's now have a closer look at the cube. We call the flat surfaces of any 3D object the faces of the object. And where the faces meet, we have the edges of the object. And where the edges meet, we have the vertices of the object, which is called a vertex if we refer to only one. We will also learn more about this in a later lesson. In this lesson, we are going to concentrate on surface area. But what exactly is surface area? It is the total area of all the outside surfaces of a 3D object. And because it is area, we measure it in square millimeters, square centimeters, square meters, and square kilometers. To find surface area, we need to find the areas of all the faces. I hope you know that all the edges of a cube are equal. So if we take all the faces and put them together like this, we can easily see that the surface area is made up of 6 identical squares. And by now you should know that the area of a square is side, or s squared. This means that the surface area of a cube is 6 times s squared, where s is the side length of the cube. You need to know and remember this formula. Please note, when we unfold a 3D object and lay it out flat like this, we call it a net of the object. Please pause if you need more time here. We are now ready to answer this question. Find the surface area of a cube with side length 2 meters. We begin by writing down the surface area formula for a cube. The side length is given to be 2 meters. So we write 2 in place of s in the formula. 2 squared, or 2 times 2, is 4. And 6 times 4 equals 24. So the surface area is 24 square meters. And because surface area is just area, the unit is meters squared. Please pause to check my working. Here is the next question. Find the surface area of this cube in square centimeters. We are asked to find the surface area in square centimeters, but the given length is in millimeters. So step 1 is to convert millimeters to centimeters, which we do by dividing by 10. So 75 millimeters is the same as 7,5 centimeters. We are now ready to write down the formula. Next we write 7,5 in place of s. We then use a calculator to get the answer. We like to use the Casio calculator. The surface area is therefore 337,5 square centimeters. Please pause to check my working. Next we are going to see how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. Please note, the faces of a rectangular prism are all rectangles, and unlike the cube, they are not all identical. So if the dimensions of the rectangular prism are length, breadth, and height, or L, B, and H, the top and bottom rectangles, with dimensions length and breadth, both have area length times breadth. And the rectangles on the sides, with dimensions breadth and height, both have area breadth times height. And the rectangles at the front and back, with dimensions length and height, both have area length times height. So the surface area of a rectangular prism is 2 times length times breadth, plus 2 times breadth times height, plus 2 times length times height. Please note, we need the combination of these two dimensions, length and breadth, as well as the combination of breadth and height, and also the combination of length and height. And we need 2 of each combination. And we need to add them to get the surface area of a rectangular prism. Some people write brackets instead of multiply, because the 2 in front of brackets is just another way of writing 2 times. Please note, the order in which we write the combinations is not important, as long as we have all the combinations. Also note, some textbooks call a rectangular prism a cuboid, but we will call it a rectangular prism. You need to know and remember this formula. Please pause if you need to. We are now ready to answer this question. Find the surface area of this rectangular prism. Let's call 9 meters the length, 4 meters the breadth, and 5 meters the height. Please note, you can label them in a different order. It doesn't really matter. Next, we write down the formula, in any order, as long as you have all the combinations. We then write 9 in place of L, 4 in place of B, and 5 in place of H. You can now use a calculator to get the surface area, which is 202 square meters. Again note, surface area is just area, so the unit is meters squared. Please pause to check my working. Here is the next question. Find the surface area of this prism in square centimeters. We are asked to find the surface area in square centimeters, but one of the dimensions is given in meters. Now what? We need to convert meters to centimeters, which we do by multiplying by 100. So 0,25 meters equals 25 centimeters. You also need to see that we have equal markers on the prism. What does this mean? It means that this length is also 12 centimeters. Let's call the 12 centimeters H and B, and the 25 centimeters L. We then write down the formula, and write 25 in place of L, and 12 in place of B and H. Using a calculator, the surface area in square centimeters is 1,488. This completes the lesson. Good luck with the test.